The Local Show, featuring conversations with business owners, employees, and local business leaders about their successes, challenges, and reasons for doing business. Right here in Central New York. The Local Show is locally produced by Zoey Advertising. Now your hosts, Tom and Steve.
We're back again. If you're looking for it, you found it. Well, what were you looking for? The Local Show with Tom and Steve right here, otherwise known as the Steve Roberts Variety Hour. And
nobody calls it that, Tom.
Absolutely.
You're the only one that calls it that.
They call it that. They call it the Steve Show.
The last bastion of something that you say, and there's certain things that you do.
Yeah, that's it. Hey, you know, the fact that my big tree in the front of the house, the main tree, is dead, or mostly dead.
I thought you were going to say big toe.
No,
I was going to say it's a family show.
Bartlett came over and put all these Bartlett Tree Service, and they stuck things in the ground and pumped fertilizer or what have you into it. And they tell me that it's going to be all set for spring. So I can't get it back this year because it's got a fungus among us.
I did see it. It didn't look good.
I thought it was leaves. It looks like fall.
Yeah. I thought it was firewood. Because usually a tree, if it doesn't have a lot of, you go, oh, the tree died.
But what it's doing, though, what I've noticed is it's enhancing the rest of my, flora and fauna. So in other words, it being dead is making all the flowers look even that much more brighter.
Oh, because the light's not coming through on that side, because the light hits that in the afternoon where your house faces.
Sure. So
now the rubber stone sidewalk looks good, and the flowers and the
flowers and the lilies
now,
and all
in that neighborhood, if you have a dead tree, don't they throw you out? Don't
don't
they?
I had
Homeowner Association.
A stern talking to, yes.
Some Karen
you better get your tree back in order. Hey, tell us about Safe Harbor Wills and Trusts and getting your affairs in order.
Well, we're going to hear from John in a little while. He's going to come by the show. But next Thursday, they have that How to Protect Your Home and Life Savings workshop. It's free. You can go and answer, ask questions, and you'll get answers. And you can register for that, 370-9977. I know it's a weekend, but the service or they will pick up 370-9977. Go to the workshop, safeharborwillsandtrust.com, Tom.
Okay. We've got two guests on right now, so double your pleasure with Scott Beverly and Fred Sears, the chief and the vice president, respectively, of the Moyers Corners Fire Department. How are you guys?
Very well.
Good. Very good.
Good to see you guys again.
Yes, get right up there. It's good to see you, Fred.
Yeah.
Scott, I'm meeting for the first time. So, Scott, why don't you tell everybody what you do for Moyers Corners first? Go ahead.
So currently I'm a firefighter. I was a past deputy chief with Moyers Corners Fire Department. I've been with Moyers Corners for about 12 years, so now I'm kind of just helping out behind the scenes.
I see.
But
you don't go out on the trucks anymore? Or?
Still going out on the trucks.
Okay.
Yep. I don't have a chief's car anymore, so I'm on the trucks, but still a very active member. Yes.
Gotcha. Okay. That's great. And Fred, what have you done and what do you do for the organization?
I've been on the executive board now for almost 2 years again as vice president. So I do some, as Scott said, behind the scenes work to help support operations, making sure we're in order with everything we need to do.
And we're it's a volunteer organization. We were talking last time. People think, well, that they get paid to do that, and those people are quite wrong, aren't they?
Yeah, correct.
Right.
Yeah. It's a lot of times when we're out in the community, it's still surprising how many community members don't understand that we're a 100% volunteer fire organization.
And Scott, what do you do full time?
I'm an engineer with GHD. We're over at Wide Waters Parkway in DeWitt.
What kind of an engineer?
Yeah, I'm a fire protection engineer. We're a multidisciplinary engineering firm.
Nice.
Actually, we joined together with a couple companies over the past 15 years. Previously, Stearns and Wheeler used to be in Casanova.
I remember them. Yeah.
As well as Ropes and Wos.
And
that happened.
Two big ones. They were big.
Two big companies, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
Very good. Engineer Tom, I'm always hoping they're going to say they're at the front of a train, but it never happens. It's always some smart guy that used to help me in science and math in school.
There really is a science to fire, though, isn't there?
Yes, there is.
That you need to know. I learned that the other day.
Did you burn yourself?
No, I didn't. I didn't burn myself, thank goodness. But we had the fire pit going, and I make a great fire, and I got some good dry wood and I teepeed it together. And
Where'd you put it in the yard?
Wonderful. Just kind of in the middle of the yard.
Okay.
We were sitting around it and everything. So anyway, it came to the end of the night, and I wanted to put it out completely, even though it was there weren't going to be any embers going anywhere or anything. So I sprayed it down great with the hose. I soaked that sucker really good. Went to let the dogs out about a half hour later. It's flames shooting out of it. I said, how I soaked that wood good with water. People don't know that you can have a hose on wood, and if you don't do it the right way and get rid of all the oxygen, right. It'll come popping back right up.
Absolutely right. Yes.
Yeah. And I learned that anyway.
Yeah, so they call it a rekindled.
Yeah, it's a rekindled.
So tell us about your friend Michael Husek.
Yeah, it's still shocking to us. 3 months later now, Mike was a stellar guy. I joined Moyers Corners, as I mentioned, in 2012. At the time, he was a lieutenant with us, and he was my direct supervisor with Moyers Corners Fire Department. Kind of took me under his wing, and since then we've been close friends. My wife and I were both in their wedding parties for him and his wife. I'm a godparent to his daughter. It's just.
Just remind folks what happened in case they do.
Yeah. 3 months ago in April, Mike Husak, who was a lieutenant with the Onondaga County Sheriff's Office, responded to a call in the town of Salina and was fatally shot that day in the line of duty.
Right. And family and everything there. He has a wife and kids. Yes.
Yes. Wife and 3 kids, 7, 5, and the youngest just turned 4.
Okay. And what has the department and other folks been doing to help out?
Well, there's been a lot of community involvement, and the community outreach has been great. We've, personally, our family's been meeting with their family a lot and providing support where we can. I know that a lot of people, members of the fire department, are doing the same, trying to reach out and provide support. In addition, Moyers Corners and the Syracuse Police Benevolent Association, as well as the Onondaga County Deputy Sheriff's Association, are putting on a fundraiser at the Rosamond Gifford Zoo in August. So really excited for that.
How would people get involved in that?
So there's right now the biggest thing is buying tickets.
Okay.
This is going to be next weekend, August 4th, from 5:30 to 9 p.m. At the Rosamond Gifford Zoo.
And could they buy the tickets at the door? Or they plan ahead?
It's pre-sale.
And where will they find that?
You can get that online. One of the easiest ways I find of doing it is going onto Facebook, going onto one of those 3 organizations, either Moyers Corners, Syracuse PBA, or going to the Onondaga County Sheriff's Association.
What's the name of the event?
It's called Paint the Zoo Blue.
Okay.
So you can also go to my.onecause.com. I tried it this morning. I had a little trouble navigating to the exact site for that, so I recommend going to the social media outlets. But it's going to be a family-friendly event. It's supporting both Husak as well as the Jensen families. Mm-hmm. So it's really, I think, an opportunity for some community healing for us to get together. It should be a fun, family-friendly event. The tickets, $60. Get you in for the normal zoo amenities as well as food, drink. They have some additional kids activities. There'll be raffle baskets, auctions. So we're really excited to have this event and kind of get together as a community for some.
So if people want to follow Michael's path in becoming a volunteer, real quickly, how does that happen?
Well, figure out which department you want to apply to is the biggest thing. There's a lot of local fire departments in your community. If you live in an area where maybe all the fire departments are career paid staffing, we have opportunities for out-of-district membership at Moyers Corners, and so do many other departments in the area. So, from a fire department perspective, we can apply, get involved, understand if it's right for you. But there's also many other ways of getting involved in the community. That Mike did, supported events, local events in the community, and just was there, just present.
All right. Well, thank you both for being here, Scott Beverly and Fred Sears, the chief and the vice president, respectively, of the Moyers Corners Fire Department. You guys have a great rest of the day, okay?
Thank you.
Thanks
you too.
for having us.
All right, buddy. Here we go with Charlie Van Patten coming up next. He's the owner of Mattress Makers right here on the local show, Riveting Radio on 570 WSYR.